Hey, everybody, welcome back to Dad's Gone Crypto. Today, we're diving into something new and something big, a project inspired by none other than Donald J. Trump. You heard me right. We're talking about the World Liberty Financial Token, or WLFI. Now, I know you guys are thinking, what is this token about? Well, stick with us because it's got a bit of a twist. It's not your average type of token, it's a governance token, and they have some pretty bold ambitions. We're going to break it down for you, what it does, why you should care, and how this could actually shape the way decentralized finance goes.
That's right. We're going to take the average guy through what a governance token is, why WLFI is different, and how they're taking on big DeFi moves while supporting the US dollar. And we'll try to keep it fun. This isn't your average finance chat here. We're going to have a good time, which you can see. I've got my Make America Great Again hat on.
Love the
Don't
hat. Love
normally,
the
I'm not normally allowed to wear this on here, but hey, this is Donald Trump Day.
hat. Brilliant.
All right, crypto fam, we're about to drop some serious knowledge bombs in this episode. Before we get to that though, do us a solid. If you're vibing with the content and, want more insights, click that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. Plus, if you're watching it on TV with a snack in your hand, we'll wait. Go ahead, grab the remote, hit that up arrow and give us a thumbs up. Every little bit helps us keep the good times rolling here.
All right, so let's start with the big picture. The World Liberty Financial Token, WLFI for short, is the DeFi project inspired by Donald Trump's vision. Now, they have a pretty bold mission. They want to support global dominance of the US dollar through stablecoins and through DeFi protocols while ensuring they don't compromise on American values like freedom, privacy, and liberty. Sounds big, doesn't it?
Exactly. The cool part here is that they want to offer decentralized finance. So think crypto loans, borrowing, lending, but they're all about avoiding the government snooping that could come with central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. WLFI is like, hey, we can do decentralized finance, support the US dollar, and maintain your right to transact freely without Big Brother watching.
And that's where WLFI tokens come into play, right?
Right. And that's the big thing to understand here. WLFI isn't a stable coin or an everyday spending token. It's what they call a governance token. You don't use it to buy coffee, you use it to have a say in how the platform is run. We're talking community voting on everything from which DeFi apps to integrate to which protocol upgrades to go with.
So I got a little tweet from a friend. Oh, so he's raising money for his campaign. No, it doesn't work like that. You get tokens back. The money goes into a liquidity pool, and if he takes that money, well, it's theft, right? So what happens is if I sell, the liquidity goes down, and if I put in, the liquidity goes up. So there's nothing to do with his campaign. It's about a bigger picture about taking and protecting crypto and DeFi finance, and he's been saying that in his campaigns. Okay, so let's break it down to all the dads out there. What is a governance token, anyways? Well, think about it like this. Imagine you and your buddies own a football team. Don't you guys wish? One day, crypto, one day. Well, you're not playing the game, but you actually have a say in what's happening on the field. Maybe you vote on who's the next coach, or what type of snacks are sold at halftime, or how many kegs of beer. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. The WLFI token is kind of like your voting ticket for that football team. The more tokens you have, the bigger say you have.
Yeah, exactly. So holding WLFI gives you a voice. Let's say WLFI wants to partner with another DeFi protocol, right? You, as a token holder, can vote yes or no. It's decentralized governance. So that means the community decides what direction the protocol takes, not some CEO in a suit. And just to make it clear, as Sean just said, this has nothing to do with Trump's campaign. This Trump isn't even, he's not listed as an owner of this. He's not a founder of this token. He's part of the team, but he's basically their crypto advocate is what they have him as, because obviously he isn't doing this token himself. There's crypto founders, and obviously we'll get to that shortly here.
And I know what some of you might be thinking. Well, how does this actually make me money? Well, we'll get into that soon, but governance tokens can hold value because the more important the protocol gets, the more valuable those voting rights become. It's like owning shares in that management company. Think about, imagine being part of the board of directors and you have a vote, and imagine you have more votes than the average. You can actually shape the direction of where this needs to go. So it's, as a collective, the community has a voice.
Yeah, and actually, one thing with that too, they are limiting it to 5% of the token. So basically, if you own a huge piece of the token supply, you don't get any bigger vote than than anybody else. So the voting rights go up to 5% and then cut off from there.
Now, what makes WLFI interesting is, well, they're trying to tackle a bigger global challenge. They want to keep the US dollar in the forefront of global economy. You might have heard of other countries like Brexit and all those guys starting their own currency to try to pull away from the American dollar, weakening it and therefore weakening their bargaining power. So to combat that, well, WLFI's whole idea is to say, well, wait a second, we can do this too, but without all the central control. They're pushing the US dollar pegged stable coins to dominate in the DeFi space. This is just not just a pipe dream. They've got some big names like Donald Trump, Eric Trump, a few other Trumps, and a list of heavy hitters in Web3s supporting this project, and a whole team of legal because they need to make sure that everything's above board. And they've got plans to obviously connect major DeFi apps like Aave, which means they're not messing around.
Exactly. They want to make sure DeFi and stablecoins tied to the US dollar become mainstream. Their mission is about maintaining America's financial dominance in the digital age. It's big stuff, but they're doing it with privacy and freedom in mind.
All right, so let's get into the meat of it. Why would someone want to hold WLFI? Well, let's just say it's not a regular coin that you want like going to spend. You'd actually keep it because it'll hold value over time, and then I get to vote in it. So as as the project matures and as the platform matures and as they get more projects on it and they grow like a farm, all right, your value increases. Yes, you can sell it any time, but if you have faith in what they're trying to do, that the token could, we're not, this is not financial advice, do your own homework, but this could go to the next level.
Yeah, right. You're not holding it just to sell off for a quick profit. You're buying, a stake in how this whole thing is run. And as the WLFI platform grows and integrates with other protocols, the importance of these votes and the tokens that give you the voting rights will only increase over time.
All right, so I'm just going to add onto the screen over here. This is what the website looks like. So it's worldlibertyfinancial.com. All right, we'll put a link in the description below, and it'll ask you if you're American. If you're American, unfortunately, you're not allowed to buy any of these tokens. So outside the US, you can. So you would click on outside, and you'll get to a page like this where they're currently having the token sale. So buy WLFI token currently at $0.015 per token. All right. At the moment, as we speak, the day before Friday, there is 798 million tokens sold.
Yeah, and just to be clear, if you're an accredited investor in the United States, you can
Ah,
get into this
yes.
token sale. And I'll tell you what, that's one of the things these guys are trying to change. Donald Trump getting into office, he wants to change these regulations. He wants to make it easier for the little guy to be able to get in on these kind of things. Right now, the current regulations don't allow it. So if you want to get in, you have to be an accredited investor in the U.S. But again, hopefully this project and Donald Trump is going to be able to, make some changes in that regard.
And there's four ways in which you can deposit your money: ETH, USDC, stablecoin, USDT, and WETH. You connect your wallet. It'll register how much tokens you have in your wallet in any of these formats. You click max amount or whatever amount that you want. You click connect. There's a fee, and the transaction goes through and ends up in your wallet. And this is obviously just a chart graph of what's happened over the last 48 to 36 hours. And these are all the transactions that are happening live as we speak, as of 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. Let's show a little more. 27:30. So literally every 2 to 3 minutes, a sale is going. Equal voting rights, proposal creation, steering the future. Check this out. Donald J. Trump. He's the chief crypto advocate. You got the sons, Eric, Donald, Barron. You got Chase, Hero, Zach, co-founders over here. And you've got some head of technical strategy. That's Corey, blockchain lead, Octavia. Then you've got lead developer, legal counsel. All right, these are all the type of people you need to start a big platform like this. And of course, you've got some advisors, which are experts in the space that are guiding the project in the right direction. And security contributors, these are the 4 security companies they're using to make sure that the token. If you click on the top here, governance, you can actually read up on the different types of governance. And I think there is a gold paper. If you click down at the bottom over here, you click on the gold paper, and you can actually read what they stand for. A cheat hack over here. If this does not make sense to you, copy all of this, paste it into ChatGPT, and say, ChatGPT, explain it to me like I'm a 13-year-old. Not that I've done it. all right, I did it. And sometimes the jargon gets to me, and I'm like, oh, what's happening here? And you can start once you've pasted it into ChatGPT, you can start asking your questions like you're asking an advisor. Not a financial advisor, just someone that knows a bit more than you. It's like, what is this? How does it work? And then it actually can shape the way you understand the project, all right, and move forward. So that's a nice little hack over there. But anyways, back to the show. Well, think about it. If WLFI becomes a major player in DeFi, you could be holding a key to making big decisions about partnerships, upgrades, and new features. As the protocol expands, the value in having a say in its direction could rise.
Yeah, it's like investing in the future of governance and finance. And as more people join and use the platform, that governance token could potentially become much more valuable. All right, everyone. Here's something interesting that we want your thoughts on. What do you think will have a bigger impact on the future of finance? Decentralized assets like WLFI or traditional stablecoins, and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get the discussion going. Plus, we might feature some of the best answers in our next show. So go ahead, be part of the conversation down there.
So we've talked about governance token, and let's zoom in on a bit. WLFI isn't just about a token. It's about reshaping how finance works, particularly in the DeFi space. They want to make decentralized finance more accessible, bring Web 2, traditional Web 2 people, into a Web 3, and they're going to be focusing on user experience, making it as simple as possible so that everybody can get in with ease.
Yeah, exactly. And a big part of that is using the Trump brand to bring people in. You know, you may not like everything Trump stands for, but you can't deny the global recognition that he gets. By putting that brand behind this DeFi project, WLFI is hoping to attract people who normally wouldn't even think about crypto.
And let's not forget, this isn't just a US thing. WLFI wants to maintain the US dollar's dominance in the global economy. By getting people into stable coins, into DeFi, they're saying, hey, we can keep the dollar strong in the digital age, and thinking obviously in the big picture of things.
Yeah, and definitely their big thing is they're using WLFI token against US based stablecoins. So the whole idea there, instead of having the US dollar, be the central currency throughout the globe, what they're hoping is that US dollar backed stablecoins become that. And what that does, that all of a sudden brings crypto into the entire global economy on a much bigger scale than it currently is.
Just here's a simple example. I'm in South Africa, Ryan's in America. Let's just say our government says, well, let's do a stable coin. Do you think that the world's potentially might invest in our country? Well, if our political landscape changes and it becomes more stable and it shows massive growth, yes, there'll be an influx of money, but a little high risk, right? But if the dollar is strong, right, and now there are stable coins backed by the US dollar, you're more inclined to put a large bit of assets. That's where companies are a little less fearful because they want to make sure that their people's money or their investors' money is not going to get lost overnight. It's backed by the dollar, so there's some sort of recourse as opposed to putting it in, let's say, even Nigeria. We're not picking on Nigeria, but no one's going to invest in Nigeria's stable coins because their currency is not as strong, or they don't. Yeah, it's not as strong as it should be.
So, if you're listening and you're intrigued by what World Liberty Financial is doing, you might be wondering, how do I get involved? Well, the first step is in understanding the governance. Owning WLFI means you get a voice in how this whole thing is run. You can now vote on the future of the platform, the partnerships they make, and even new features.
And the beauty, as Ryan said, only you can have the maximum of 5%. So there's no big whale that can come in and say, well, let me buy up all these tokens, let me make all the decisions, and so it benefits me, the whale. All right. What they're saying is, we, as in the public that have invested in this token, have a say. Let's say they want to change direction of the project and they want to add in this particular new project. They'll put it out to vote, and we'll say, well, we've been down this road before. We're more experienced in crypto as a crypto user. We vote against it. And if you have enough people voting against it, they can't do it. They won't do it. They're not allowed to do it, right? Otherwise, their whole project goes under. So that's the beauty of a governance token. We have a say, and you have. It's not a dictatorship, all right? It's democracy. So it's technically a democracy coin.
Yeah, that's right. And just so you understand, this is 100% not financial advice. As we always say, you got to do your own research. But if you're looking for a way to get into a DeFi project with a governance role, WLFI might be something worth exploring.
Exactly, guys. And we're not saying go and invest in the project. Well, maybe take a punt, do your homework, read up about it, go onto the different podcasts and stuff like that, listen and hear and see. You don't have to put the house on you, but, if you're a punting man and put a little bit in there, who knows, right? Who knows where this goes? If he does become the president of the country, he's obviously going to make the whole crypto space more friendly. He is going to make Bitcoin he's going to buy a lot of Bitcoin as a government and put a mandate that it cannot be sold. So that also makes the strengthening of the American economy a lot better, but also creates a good platform for innovation in the space. So the little guy can innovate in crypto, and he doesn't get hit by the SECs for not even having a framework of regulation to play within. So this is where it could go. So do your homework, have fun with it. We're just bringing you a new project. We both taking a little punt in it as well. From our side, we don't know, but we take a little punt just to see, hey, let's see what happens. All right, guys, and on that note, you guys have me asking for our dad's jokes. So this is the time of the show. Ryan, I am going to go first. It is a very long joke. And here we go. Ryan, so tell me, why did the tomato turn red?
Why?
Because it saw the salad dressing. That was an X-rated dad's joke.
Wow.
A little perv dad's joke.
That was pretty good. Well, you know what? I'll tell you, I told myself I gotta stop drinking so much. But then again, I'm not going to start listening to some weird drunk that talks to himself.
I think I might be able to relate to that.
Oh, well, we tried.
We tried. I think it was better than our last jokes.
Maybe a little better.
All right, guys. So there you have it. A deep dive into the World Liberty Finance token. Whether or not you're a fan of Trump's brand, this is an ambitious project with some bold ideas on how to keep the US dollar dominant in the crypto space.
Yeah, and hey, if you've got thoughts on governance tokens or want to learn more about how DeFi can work for you, drop us a comment below and let's get the conversation going. And don't forget, get in there, join our Telegram chat, and we can actually have one-on-one or 1-on-100 conversations in there with everybody. So it's a good place to learn about crypto.
Absolutely. And don't forget, guys, please, while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. We're on that journey to 100,000 subscribers. By having more subscribers, we can have more powerful guests and bring you more entertainment and obviously great news and inspiring guests. So give a thumbs up, like, share with your friends. The future of finance is here, and it's all about decentralization, privacy, and of course, freedom.
Thanks for joining us on Dad's Gone Crypto again, guys. We'll see you next time.
Take care. Ciao.
The material and information presented in this recording are for entertainment purposes only. Do not misconstrue what you hear as investment or trading advice. Always do your own research. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the guests on this recording are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of Dad's Gone Crypto or its hosts.